Welcome back everyone, I am the Depressed Eeyore and this is Final Fantasy Tactics. Decided to go ahead and get started on the recordings again. I did a bit of grinding off screen to get everyone to where they want to be, for the most part. There's been no updates on Ramza, though I know the person that currently owns Ramza doesn't exactly want him anymore, so I don't really expect any changes, but he's pretty much the same as before. I changed his gear back to fully focus on magic, and that's about it. Auric decided to go Sage. So he went through his wild journey of going through the various spellcaster classes and unlocked Sage. His secondary was Elemental, so I actually had to take a stop to Geomancer to unlock all the Geomancer's abilities, so he does have that. He has Counter Flood, Short Charge, and Move +3. So Auric is probably the highest level character now because he had to do the most grinding to get to where he needs to be, and I haven't been doing any XP control as far as grinding is concerned anymore since we're in Chapter 4. Now something to note about Sages is they can actually equip swords, so I went ahead and gave him a Mithril Sword which has +2 magic attack, and the rest is all focused on magic attack. As for what spells he knows, I haven't actually tested out any of the Sage abilities because they are expensive to unlock, and yeah. So I unlocked Frog 2, which is a mass AoE status effect. Flare 2, which is a massive AoE non-elemental damage. Return 2, which resets CT. It's also an AoE. And Death Spell 2, which is a smaller AoE that can cancel all. That's essentially a very powerful Suna spell. It doesn't remove. Does it remove everything? It looks like it removes everything. It even takes care of Bloodsuck. It might do more than that. It might actually go off the screen. So I think it does all of them. That's pretty much it for him. Next, Aaron. The only update for Aaron was going Punch Arts. So I unlocked what I had available. So she knows pretty much everything except Repeating Fist and Earth Slash. Because she just happened to have the points laying around. The other thing she went ahead and grabbed was Physical Attack Save, so there's now a brave % chance that every time she gets hit, she will get a +1 to her physical attack, and she has attack up, so she now has a lot more offensive power if she goes into melee range. Besides that, it's pretty much standard stuff. I changed her gear to reflect this preference towards physical attack, which is fine because it still buffs her dances. Forge had a massive change as well. He is now a ninja. He's still using elemental just like before, but now he has access to throw, critical quick, concentrate, and move +3. Critical quick is where if you hit critical, there's a brave % chance that you'll immediately act again. His gear right now I focus towards speed, and then secondary towards attack. And Forge was gave kind of a variety of things as far as like he wanted to do a lot of damage. But I pointed out that I can get Tomberry knives through poaching, which was a little difficult because I have to get a certain Tomberry for it, and I was having bad luck finding them. But I eventually found a spot where I can get them, and then I just kind of save state of abuse until I got stop these Tomberry knives. Now Tomberry knives are 9 attack power. All knives get +1 speed, so there's nothing new about that. So attack power wise, it's about tied for the second strongest knife. Knives don't generally do a lot of damage. But their ability is Stop Bracelets, which is that assassin ability that will instantly kill you. It has a 25% chance to trigger, so essentially with 2 weapons and both of them hitting, you're looking at around 40% chance to instantly kill any target that is not immune to instant death. Other than that, Knife's damage formula is actually a mix between your speed, it's your average of your speed and your physical attack together, then times your weapon. So speed not only makes him go faster, but it does improve his attack power with knives. Alright, Chizad I never got any report for, but I don't really expect any changes, so I just gave him some gear, and that's about it. In fact, here, have a Ice Brand. Alright, area, I didn't get any feedback about area yet. Usually I would be slightly annoyed about not getting feedback, but at least enough people change things around that now there's actually a variety in the group, so I'm not too bothered by it. So dual wielding katanas, doing that stuff. She is equipped with Muramasas now, so 15 attack power and all that nonsense. Hatano Kokoro offered that if I want to, I could drop her, but I don't intend to. So there's Hatano Kokoro. Shun reaction. He wanted equip armor, and he wanted to switch to talk skills. So I switched him back to talk skills. He has all of them unlocked already because that was one of his first things he did in the start of this playthrough. And he wanted equip armor, and he wanted Carabini Mail. So I went ahead and gave him Carabini Mail, so he now has more HP and more speed. And I equipped him with an air knife, which is 10 attack power and wind elements, and has a chance of doing the air bracelet or whatever it's called. It's not too shabby. So he has some abilities to actually do some damage if he wants to go into melee range. Move +3, yep, pretty standard. Kiyomi specifically wanted the Defender, so I went ahead and gave her the Defender, which is a Night Sword. I didn't really talk too much. I don't really remember if I talked about Night Swords. They've been slightly debuffed in this patch version. They are now all two-handed, so you can't just equip one and a shield. And each of them tends to have some sort of special ability. In the case of Defender, it ensures that you always go into the defense stance no matter what the situation is, which can help with evasion. Now, it's the weakest of the Night Swords, but it still has 16 attack power, which is still impressive. It's the damage formula is pretty standard. It's just physical attack times weapon power. So she's looking at about 144. Sorry, 144. Or no, sorry. Yeah, 144 damage as a base right now. But she also has attack up, so increase that by about 30%. But she wanted to be focused all on attack, so I went ahead and switched her to attack. She still wants black magic as the ranged option. It does okay damage with 11 magic attack, but that's about it. Got Hamado, move +3, which I think she already had. Pretty standard stuff. Mosh, I think the only switch for him... Oh, there's a few switches. He now has speed save. So anytime he takes damage, there's a brave % chance that he'll get plus speed. And his secondary is now time magic. And that is about it. Equip-wise, he's just focused on magic attack. Nothing from Estadio, because no one's technically taken him yet. Agrius, I didn't get any reports on Agrius, but I did do some changes. I believe there was a request a while back to give her a Night Sword, though I think that was by a different person, but I was fine with that because I wanted to go ahead and optimize her anyway. So I went and got the Materia Blade. You can get it pretty much around this point in the game, easily enough. Materia Blade is a slightly stronger Night Sword. So it's actually not too bad in this game, and in the base game it's actually pretty awful. The only reason you would get the Materia Blade in the base game was so you can get to unlock Cloud's special ability, which is Limit, which it does that. Which it does that in this game. It will unlock Cloud's Limit Break ability, but obviously we don't have Cloud. But the other benefit in the patch version is it gives magic attack +3, so it is a really good weapon. So it buffs her damage quite a bit. She did lose a bunch of evasion because she's no longer using a shield. Her magic attack went up, and everything else is pretty standard. Now, something about the damage formula for Holy Sword, it is based off your weapon, so this will buff her Holy Sword damage, which is always good. Nothing for Marsh, Rafa, or Malik. Some people have noted that Rafa and Malik have kind of poor faith in Braves. So Malik has really bad faith, and then Rafa has very bad Brave. I'm not too bothered by this. Having low faith means you don't take as much magic damage. It just means you're not very good as a caster. And having low Brave influences anything that's based off of Brave %, such as like Counter and Hamado. But there are plenty of counter abilities that are not based off Brave %. So you can always just focus on those instead. And also the only other thing that Brave influences is martial arts attacks, so unarmored strikes, and katanas. So as long as you take those into account, Brave is not that big of a deal. The other problem with Brave, of course, is if you get really low on Brave, you'll turn into a chicken. But the only person that does that in this game is the final boss, as far as I can tell. So, pretty standard stuff. As for where I got the Materia Blade, it's just over here in Bravenia Volcano. Easiest way to grab it is to turn someone into a chemist and give them either fly, ignore height, or teleport, and then you just go to the highest point of the map and you'll pick up the item, because chemists have innate find item, and that's about it. Now, while I was exploring, trying to figure out places to get a Tonberry knife, I found a bunch of wacky encounters. Down here in Barrios Valley, there's an encounter against a quote-unquote sage that has 100 brave, 100 faith, and he had calculator abilities. So yeah, there was that. Up here in Barrios Hill, there was an encounter with like a giant swarm of behemoths and dragons and all that nonsense. Over here in, I think it was Swiggy Woods. No, it wasn't Swiggy Woods. It was Arrogay Woods. There was an encounter where I had two Dryad guests, so they were helping me fight against a bunch of bombs and red dragons, but the red dragons were guests, so I couldn't actually do anything with them as far as secret hunt went. Over in Brevenia Volcano, there's an encounter against a super boss level Tiamat, and there are two Dragoner guests, though they look like Lancers, but they are classified as Dragoners. And it's a neat little encounter. Unfortunately, I had to drop from it because I was not prepared to fight a boss. So, yeah. I don't know if there's any benefit of fighting any of the bosses. I don't think there is. It would be nice if there were, like if there were war trophies associated with them. But I don't know, and I don't really care to find out. So, let's continue this badness, shall we? First things first, making sure I'm still recording. I am. So we're going to go ahead and just continue on. Level-wise, I didn't really talk about the levels. Most people are relatively even. The only person that got a little bit ahead was Forge, and then of course Auric. I haven't tried any of the stage abilities yet, so I can't really say much about them, but stat-wise he doesn't seem too bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and knock this out. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and grab Auric, just to get that started. Let's bring in Forge, because he's new. Go ahead and bring in Kiyomi. And let's bring in... Let's just start out strong, shall we? Let's see, that leaves us with one person that can heal. Never mind, we'll switch you for Agrius. Actually, no, technically Aaron can heal, but it's punch arts. Well, I guess we'll test it out. I don't think we have a single person that can use items now. Well, besides Chizad. So no more Phoenix Downs and all that fun stuff. Alright. So a bunch of Dark Knights. And I believe this is where we get our Dark Knight, or Death Knight rather. He has a Defender, Crystal Helm, which apparently cancels sleep. That's not too bad. Carabin, Email, Elf Mantle, has Unholy Sword. So yeah, this is another special class character that we'll be picking up. There's an Assassin that has Precision. Okay. And she's dual-wielding Arbalest, which I'm pretty sure is cheating. Pretty sure that's cheating. Oh, someone else pointed out in the roof battle where we fought the assassins. They were equipped with a very unique headpiece, and that's because it was very unique because it wasn't a headpiece, it was supposed to be an accessory, and they were equipping it in their head slot. So, as you'll quickly find out, this patch version does a lot of cheating, and we'll eventually find out all of them, especially when we start doing the extra content. But in the meantime, I'm pretty sure you can't do wield crossbows. Because you can't dual wield guns. Nothing to... This person has Hamado. There's a Sage up here. With a Dragon Rod. Now Dragon Rod has 20 attack power and can do Bahamut on hit. It's pretty handy. I wouldn't mind getting a hold of it. Some other things to note, of course, is some of these people have Reflect Mail, which means they have Reflect up at all times. That's about it. Alright, so that's fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and just hop on up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Now as for throw, I went ahead and just gave him orbs and shurikens, just so I don't accidentally throw anything I don't want. I can hit her with confusion, or I can hit her with 100 damage, 80 damage, 90 damage. So pretty consistent. Okay. And this will do like 60. Yeah, 60. So we'll open with just a magic shuriken. Nordic Strike. I'm surprised that all missed. Death Strike. That was cool looking, but I don't know why you went after someone that had the high evasion. Alright, let's get started with Wisnavis. We'll let the Death Knight buy us some time. Merlin, Sylphie, Anderson, whatever. Okay, so you are going to go but faster than me. So I will just heavily wound you. Call it a day. Minor magic. I don't really know what to expect with this flare spell. What I can do is keep them from pushing forward. Like this. Not exactly, you know, glorious or anything, but it will buy us some time. So yeah, I'll just cast it right there, and then back off. It does cost 70 MP to cast this, by the way. So this will be a waste of a lot of MP. More likely they're just going to gang up on the other guy. Yep. All of them, a lot of them have precision. Okay, you're going to cast a heal spell. Teleport. Oh, wow. I went to a bad position. But he did move into attack range. But I don't know if Flare will... I think Flare might reflect it. I completely forgot about the Reflect Mail, by the way. So much for that. Yep, reflect now. Well, I'll learn that whether or not flare can be reflected. I'm pretty sure it can. Okay, it's a single target. Oh, come on! I can't throw down this way? Should have moved there, and that would have actually hit. My bad. Alright, well, I can try to stop you. Nope, no stop. Yeah, it went through. Didn't do much damage though. Alright, and that guy's been frogged. Oh, I don't have anyone to revive Ramza. Oh wait, I do. I have, Arya. So, I'll have to break the dance to do that. Wow, 20% chance and a hit. Throw stone of all things. Awesome. One down. Does have a death timer. You have reflect mail? You do not. %40 chance, yay for us. Alright, let's get Ramza back up. Thankfully he's on flat terrain. 100%, good. Okay, stopped. And one wounded. It's really just me. Yeah, only just me. Alright. You have reflect mail. And you're just gonna be a pain. Okay, that Death Knight's probably gonna kill me, so I'll just do Chain Lightning. Counter throw might even kill him. No chance. Are you immune to status effects? Are you just a cheater? Probably. I don't think Fog 2 can be reflected either, but I'm not going to risk it. range. That's... okay, so this is earth damage I'm doing, so that's not helpful. Alright, well, I'll just hang out here then. Oh, great, Bloodsuck. So I no longer have control of her. So that's a thing that's happening. And she's gonna go next. And so unless Aaron goes first, that might be a problem. 9 speed versus 9 speed. Okay, I don't know what order they'll be in. Alright, well, I'm gonna go hang out here then. Slow. And Berserk. Not a big deal. White's gonna go hide. Oh, you didn't attack. Why didn't you attack? I'm confused. Well, I can't freaking hit you with, I can't hit you with Stigma Magic, because that has elevation limitations. So that's a problem. So we're just gonna dance. Dance the night away. Let's play... play Last Dance. Alright, I can hit you with Death Spell 2, and that should remove it. 73%? Okay, I guess that's what we got to work with. Alright, it's been removed. Going a little slow now because I want to get some of the bodies. Because this Berserk guy is just gonna start killing everybody, so we'll just wait. By wait, I mean I'm gonna blast this guy. Never mind, he has Reflect Mail. Never you mind. Counter throw. Took some fall damage, but that's fine. I actually wanted to be down there. Slow again. Silence, not a big deal. So I think the plan is I'm gonna try to trap that frog. she's classified as a guest for some reason. And I'm probably going to do some save state abuse to try to get that dragon rod. I don't want to go through the trouble of poaching it. You can't jump down from there, can you? Nope. You have critical quick. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Another death strike? Seriously? Hit, but no blood suck. Alright, so CT's set to 0 again. In the corner. Thank you. I could try to hit him, but it'll be from the front, so it wouldn't really be that great. Oh yeah, these guys are like level 30, so we're pretty much good on that front. 90, 100, 100. Okay. Alright, let me be right back. I'm gonna do a bunch of save state abusing. Got it. Alright, so got the dragon rod. Now, as far as manipulating the RNG, now as far as like crystal, or whether they turn into a crystal or a chest, you need to make essentially a save state right before they actually their timer runs out, and you can manipulate that. Once they turn into a chest, it is randomized by the moment you pick it up. So all you have to do is just save state just before you pick it up, and just keep picking it up until you get what you want. Thankfully, it didn't take too long. I ended up getting things like black hoods and his red shoes and all that stuff, but there you go. We got ourselves a dragon rod, which if we ever want to be a lot more aggressive melee caster, I guess it's an option. So, funny enough, the dragon rod actually does more damage than this sword, and it can be equipped to Kiyomi. So that, and the damage formula for rods is actually based off physical attack power. So equipping that to Kiyomi could actually be a pretty good benefit, and then she can also equip a shield or dual wield. Anyway, enough of that. Ooh, dual wielding dragon rods, that'll be interesting. Anyway, so that takes care of all of that. We're still gonna go ahead and search everything else while we still can. Reflect Mail? I have zero interest in Reflect Mail. Crystal? Alright, nothing there. I should have used Elemental. That was my bad. Get abilities, Chain Lightning, Haste, Don't Move, Titan, Sylph, Fairy, Lich. Done. Now he's missing. %, chance? Bonk. That looks like a charge strike, or time strike rather. You have Reflect Mail, don't you? Yep. Okay, can't do anything about you. Zoom. Oh, Forge has Concentrate, so he has a 100% hit chance. Don't move, don't move, don't move. That, oh, he's being aggressive now. That's annoying. That's alright, we'll work through this. I mean, we've got most of the bodies, so I'm not that concerned. Just gain some free XP. Oh wow, 240 damage. Well, guess that's that. But yeah, we'll get Carabini Mail, and we get Hitoshi, the Death Knight. So we'll go ahead and add him to the party. So if anyone wants to be a Death Knight, that is available. Or if you just want to be a really cool looking whatever, because you'll keep the same sprite no matter what you change into. At least I think you do. Alright. So here's Hitoshi. He's got a bunch of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and unequip him for right now. So there's Defender, Crystal Helmet, Carabini Mail, and Elf Mantle. His level's fine, because he obviously started out with a bunch of stuff. He is a Master Death Knight, so he has all that stuff already. He's also got pretty much all the Geomancer abilities, give and take. Actually, he's essentially a Master Geomancer already. So we'll go ahead and take care of that right now. Sorry for the stuttering, as always, it's just the emulator. Alright, there you go. So Master Geomancer. Alright. Oh yeah, speaking of his Death Knight abilities, you got Night Sword, which drains HP. It's just like what Gafgarian used. There's Dark Sword, which drains MP, which Gafgarian has used before as well. It costs 0 MP to cast Dark Sword, so this is a way for him to restore his MP without doing anything else. But the other abilities that we never got to see was Death Strike, which we saw in this battle. Does damage and has a chance of doing Blood Suck. This is one of the few abilities that we actually get access to that does Blood Suck. So, Blood Suck, by the way, I think it's kind of like Zombie, but you lose control. It's like Charm and Zombie together for the most part, and it's very hard to remove. You need things like Holy Water to remove it. And then there is also Unholy Explosion, which is just like a Holy Explosion that Agrias knows, but it has a chance of adding Undead, and it's Dark Element. I believe all of his abilities are classified as Dark Element. So yeah, that is a Death Knight. Independent Heretic Warrior up for hire, it commands frightening Unholy Sword powers. So pretty good stuff, stats are pretty standard. Got decent Brave and Faith. And at this point I am completely full, so any additional characters I'll start deleting them. I'll probably delete Marsh first because he's kind of doesn't actually belong in this game. Then I'll probably go Malik, then Rafa, then somebody. I mean, that really depends on what sort of characters we pick up, so... I believe the next character we're going to be picking up is at the end of the chapter, and that's Meliadol. And I'll probably keep Meliadol, because she's got some interesting abilities. That and she's been improved a bit. Alright. So we do have a spare defender now. Oh, speaking of, we have the Dragon Rod, so if we were to mess around with that... I can up her attack power by 4 and give her a chance of, you know, casting Bahamut. And if we get her a second one, there's another chance that she can cast Bahamut. But Kiyomi did state she wanted the defender, so I will go ahead and leave her with the defender. But if you want to switch over to the Dragon Rod, Kiyomi is probably the best bet for it, because Onion Knights can actually tank shit while using rods like that. I mean, you can give it to casters. I mean, you can definitely give it to Mosh and all them. But do you really want to go into melee combat with that? I mean, I guess the only thing I could do is I could give it to Auric, because he can use Dragon Rods, and it would up his attack power a little bit. It'll definitely up his attack power. He'll be doing 200 damage base, the chance of doing Bahamut, in exchange for losing some of his magic power. You know what? Until said otherwise, I'll go ahead and give him the Dragon Rod, since he can kind of tank a little bit. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and call this a video. I am the Depressed Dealer, and this was Final Fantasy Tactics. See you guys later.